God. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, B-Fam Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, thank you for giving me your time. Today I'm here with...
Tristan.
What's your last name, Tristan?
Oh, Tristan Wilcher. That's
All
my
right.
name, yeah.
And tell us a little bit about yourself at school right now, what you do, what you're involved in.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm a freshman at University of Southern California. Second semester. This shit, bro. Oh, can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
It's cool?
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was doing. No, it's been great, though. Like, I moved to L.A. in August.
Mm-hmm.
So much different. I'm from Indiana.
Yeah, the Midwest is crazy.
Yeah.
The jump from the Midwest
Way
to the
different.
West Coast is insane.
Like, the people are just act so much different. Big social media culture, which is like, I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot faster. Like, I grew up the first 13 years of my life was like a small town, like one high school, one
Right.
movie theater, one bowling alley.
So you know everybody.
Yeah, like if anything happens, everybody knows.
Yeah,
There's no secrets. There's no secrets. And then I moved to Indianapolis for high school. Shout out inner city, East Side Indianapolis.
Dang.
And
Shout out the whole hood.
yeah.
But yeah.
Then I moved here, and now I'm doing film. But I'm in the Ivan and Young Academy. So that's like design, technology, and business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of I'm learning a bunch of different stuff right now. It's like coding. I'm learning how to code.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to do Blender, 3D renders. That's been really fun. Doing short films on there. I've been trying to learn that type of stuff. I did a car chase scene.
That's
That was
tough.
really fun.
Yeah.
I just worked on this clothing brand shoot with my friend Brandon. He just posted. So I'm getting my phone's kind of blowing up.
Yeah.
With
all the likes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
People are liking it though, and he just dropped it's some fire sets. Y'all gotta check it out.
All right. Today I think we wanted to talk more about growing up, childhood, adolescence, and stuff, and then the transition to growing up and looking back to who we were as a little child, and then seeing if we're in a position where we think that tiny child inside of us would be happy about where we're at and the choices that we're making.
Yeah.
So, who want to go first on the background drop?
You want to go? It's your podcast. You go. You go
You're
first.
Right, you're right. So, I feel like I was born and raised in Detroit, and I feel like growing up in Detroit, you got it's two ways out. You know what I'm saying? It's either through the streets or you actually physically get out of the city. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people I know, I'll say, being born, we not given the opportunity to pick where we're born, how we're born, who we're born to.
Yeah.
In terms of parents and stuff. So it's
circumstance.
Yeah, so we don't get to choose our circumstance. So I had a lot of friends that were born in the same circumstance that I was in terms of environment. Growing up it's a dangerous environment. So growing up in a dangerous environment,
Detroit.
man, and how it can take a toll on people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not their fault how they end up turning out or the decisions that they made and what they went through. But me being aware of what's going on so early and then seeing that type of shit happen to them, it was kind of easier for me to pick the routes where I knew I needed to go. Not necessarily where I wanted to go, because you always want to go with your friends, but it's choosing the routes that I know I need to go, making the sacrifices I know I need to take to get where I want to be at. And even if as a kid, I didn't even know where I wanted to be, but I knew I didn't want to be.
Yeah, so you learn from other people's mistakes. You saw the route people was going down.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Paying attention to people's mistakes and just capitalizing on what they couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't got to learn from your own mistakes.
Yeah,
you can learn from other people's
everybody
past.
else's mistakes, and that's when taking the time to listen to people come in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we always trying to tell our part of the story or talk and use our part of the conversation up and just keep talking to share our perspectives, but sometimes we gotta sit back and listen to what people saying when they talk.
Be genuinely curious.
Yeah,
that's one of the best tips. If you feel like you're not growing, you feel like you stuck in the same place, just be genuinely curious about everything.
Yeah.
Don't matter what it is. Just start wondering.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up on your phone or worrying about something that really don't matter. Just pay attention. You in a great place right now.
Yeah.
There's so many things that could have gone wrong, and think about what went right.
What went right, and that's one of the things that really got me through being a kid. It's just asking fucking questions.
You was a why kid?
Dog. A why kid?
Yeah, why? Why?
Oh yeah, why? Yeah, I used to get in trouble. My mom used to be ready to whoop my ass because I'm always asking why or how or what.
Yeah.
And she didn't really like that, but that's going back to like how our parents was growing up. So it's like you got to think about their perspective of shit before we even get mad at our parents.
Right, because they're their own person too.
Right.
It's hard growing as a kid too. You think your parents is like God.
Yeah.
Like you think they all knowing, like they know what's going on. They just the same. They used to be a kid too. Like,
right. And they still figuring life out as well. So I understand now that the acts that my mom had towards me, it wasn't like nothing abusive or nothing. Like it wasn't crazy, but she was just figuring out how to be a mom too.
Yeah.
So when I would ask why or what, she'd be like, "What do I ask you why you do that? Why do I do that?"
Because I said so.
Yeah, right. Because I said so, and I'm sitting there confused.
I hated that response, bro. Oh my God, Mom, can I go to my friend's house? No, why? Because I said so.
Because I said I just want to know.
God.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was a why-ass kid. I was always in class just asking questions, not getting underneath the teacher's skin, but like just go deeper on the context of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on. I want to see how you react, when you react, and what you react to.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to understand why you're doing it. And then sitting there, and it's almost like a puzzle. I'm sitting there and putting things together. I'm like, dang, this is fun. So I was constantly growing my consciousness. And it's like, oh my God, there's so much to life to experience. But
did you have a moment where you was like, I'm like genuinely like conscious now?
like I'm in here?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. That moment started like super early for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember being in, what do they call it? Before preschool. Preschool. What is that?
Like daycare?
Like Montessori school.
Oh,
I went to a Montessori school called Sunshine Preschool.
Okay.
And I was like 3 or 4 there.
Mm.
But I just remember being there. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is life. And I started to think about my own thoughts. And I started to see kids around me do shit. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, it was hard to be around them little niggas. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? And everything is like flooding into my head right now. So I don't even know how to like tell you what I'm thinking about. I wish I could take a USB plug.
Oh God. No, sure, bro. Sure enough, pretty soon, bro, that's gonna be a thing.
Wait, what?
Yes, bro.
Go ahead, talk about it.
You seen like, you know what Neuralink is, right?
Nah.
Okay, all right. Word?
Nah, I don't.
Okay. Elon Musk been working on this thing called Neuralink. You know, he's always working on some stuff. It's like something you get injected into like your neck, and it's like basically a microcomputer that connects to your brain. It can like read your brain activity, and it can be reported out, so you can understand what's going on. It's kind of under wraps right now. A lot of people obviously don't want it. They're like, oh, I don't want no brain shit in my head. But it's already getting close. People are putting RFID chips in their wrists and stuff. So like, which is just like identification, like it's a radio frequency identification.
What?
But it's like you can like unlock their house. Like a lot of rich people are doing it. Like, yo, go unlock your house or go pay for your groceries with their wrist.
That's crazy.
And it's getting to a point where, you ever seen Cyberpunk?
I've heard about it. The video game, right?
It's a genre of fiction, but like there's a video game, Cyberpunk 2077.
Mm-hmm.
And basically Cyberpunk is when capitalism gets to a certain point where where companies and corporations are buying out the government because they have more money than them, so they're funding them. And people are like replacing body parts with like biotech, and eventually the higher ups are able to put like their minds into computers and like they're immortal.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so that's like the whole premise of 2077. It's a good game though.
Damn, what do you do when you don't die?
Right?
Why are we so scared of like not like dying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like we want to have everything as human beings.
Why do we want to be immortal?
Why? We don't need everything. You're not supposed to have everything.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't like no suicidal tip, but it's like, yeah, I want to eventually pass away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be here forever.
All right, because
like,
what's the worth if you're here forever?
Yeah, and then you get everything. After you obtain everything, what's left?
Right.
Emptiness.
Right.
It's
are you
like,
dying to live or you living to die? You feel me?
Damn. But shit. Going back to, that was a crazy tangent, but going back to what I was saying, it was like, I was in Montessori school, and it was just like, I was aware of what was going on. Like, I can go back and pick memories out that I remember having. It's actually some funny ass stories, but I don't know if I want to go into that. Yeah. I remember one time I like shit myself. It was like, what? I know that's like TMI, but like it was crazy that I remember this. I was like 3 or 4, and then I remember my thought process back then. I'm like,
you was like potty trained by now?
I should have been, but it was like I was like, I just don't like public restrooms. Yeah, so I was like, I was walking around in school because I knew how to use the bathroom, but I was like, damn, I just don't want to use it. And I was like, oh, you know when you be like, oh, it's about to be a fart.
Yeah. It wasn't a fart.
Yeah, it wasn't a fart. But skipping on, dog.
It's too
like
late.
just from that point on, I was able to like remember encounters more and more. I knew what my parents were doing. I was seeing
all
what
it
my
took
parents
was
were
that
doing.
one shit.
Yeah, it was just. I was like, oh yeah, this real life.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question all the way. Like my consciousness.
Yeah. I don't know if I had a moment. I remember like, I think I remember my first dream. I think I was like 2, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like 2. It was at my old house. I lived at this house. It was back home in Michigan City. And I remember like waking up out of my bed and it was like above my head. It was like third person view. And then I was like looking around and everything had like a gold tint to it.
That's tough.
And I remember like going to the stairs and then jumping down the stairs and then like floating.
That's hard.
And then it was like then I woke up and then I was like, damn, what's going on?
Yeah, but
and then ever since that moment, I was like, I just started like being like, what is this real?
Aware
like,
of what's going on.
Yeah.
And another thing I've been going through lately is like I'm more aware of being aware, if that makes sense. Like I can pull back from my current situation that I'm sitting in, say I'm sitting in class, and I can see people just doing whatever they doing. I feel it feels like an outer body experience almost. And then I start to realize like my thought pattern goes from sort of being in the current moment of what I'm doing and whatever the teacher is teaching to this is real life.
Yeah.
This moment is gonna pass. It's never gonna happen again. I'm gonna experience this moment. I'm gonna think it's something bigger than what it is, but in a few years it won't be anything.
No.
It's like just a passing by. It's just a passing through.
Yeah. And a few years ain't a long time.
Right.
It's not a long time at all.
Yeah, 2023 went by so slow but so quick.
Yeah.
And 2024 already going by quick as hell. It's been
Yo,
19
you
days
getting
already.
old, bro. It's
been 19 days.
Damn, that's crazy.
Man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember like, I started paying attention more, being more self-aware. But there's a point where you get like too self-aware, I think.
Yeah.
And that's when it becomes anxiety. Because now you're thinking like, oh, maybe they're thinking this, maybe they're thinking this. Are you trying to guess everything? You're never going to know everything. And you start being like, oh, how do people perceive me? I remember I had a problem. Like, I used to be super anxious.
Man.
Super anxious. Like,
around what grade?
Like, probably like 6th grade. Like, 6 to like, probably like freshman, like sophomore year. So, even still like, up until probably like junior year.
Yeah.
Like, I had like pretty bad anxiety. Like, my hands would always be sweaty. Like, I hate to like dab people up because my hands are sweaty. But I just like cared so much what people thought, and it was just like, I hate to say it, but like at a moment you just gotta be like, yo, it don't matter. Yeah, no, it don't matter at all. Like, let me just do my thing.
Right. So like, what did you do to get over that?
I started doing things that made me uncomfortable. Like, I made music, and I would rap a lot. Like, me and my friend like. We co-owned this studio together. It was like in the basement, so we would have like people come through all the time, and like whenever the session was done, like I would try to hop on the beats, but I would never show my music to anybody.
Right.
And then like eventually there was like a show coming up in the city, and then like I got into like planning it. Like one of the shows went by. It was like a great time. I didn't perform or anything. I was just there. Like I was like doing background shit. But then my friend Rocket, shout out Rocket. She was like, hey, "You should perform, bro. You should perform." I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But I was like, I just like sucked it up, performed. I had a great time. Like, it was like, I was like super nervous, but like getting up and like doing public speaking as well. I did public speaking. Just doing stuff that made me uncomfortable really got me out of my comfort zone and pushed me to be a better person and made me realize like, oh, everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's thinking their own like, own anxieties and worries,
their own thoughts. People have their own thoughts, so
and people that pick it out and point it out to you, they're doing there's some shit going on way worse in their head, because they feel the need to do that to you.
It's almost like when we think about bugs, you know what I mean? It's like,
explain that.
We're afraid of bugs, but in the bugs' mind, they 50 times more afraid than we are. And so it's this back and forth. We scared of each other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's clicking yet, but like, we scared of each other, but there's really nothing to be scared of.
Because it's unknown. We scared of the unknown.
Yeah, a lot of people fear the unknown, and that's where a lot of fear and anxiety comes from, is being unknown. I forgot who I was talking to or when I said this, but I was like, when was the last time you were afraid of something that you understood?
Wasn't.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's why people like, you know, God fear God.
right.
You never really gonna understand God.
Yeah.
But he's just an omnipotent thing.
Mm.
I think we talked about this a little bit last time.
Go ahead.
It was like I was here with Mish. Mish was
Oh,
here. Y'all
yeah,
had that
yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Y'all was talking about religion. I wanted to hop in a little bit because I grew up. It was like usually just like me and my mom's, but like sometimes I would go hang out at my dad's house, and he was like super religious. So I would go to church with him all the time, and I'd be in the church like quite often, and like I would like be there for Bible studies and all that. And I felt like I had a relationship with God, but I didn't know if I could see myself with like Christianity.
I get it.
Because it's just like when it boils down to it, I feel like it's just like men told stories. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like I could connect to God in another way.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that way is yet.
No, I get that. And that's crazy how we can have a lot of us, just people in general, go through a lot of the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And we perceive them in such different ways.
Yeah.
Like, I remember growing up going to church.
Mm-hmm.
But when I would go to church, I never was like, I'm not going to say super connected with the religion. Like I told you, I was like a big ass Y kid. So I was, my mind was always elsewhere. And I'm looking at people and I just want to understand, why are we in this big ass building? Why?
Right.
Okay, we're worshiping this guy. Whoever this guy is, this is me as a kid. Like, whoever this guy is, whatever we're doing, we got this book. Why do we need this big ass building to do that?
Yeah.
Why do we have to give you money? Why am I giving you money
that's
again?
What yeah.
Why,
no,
why
tithes
are
and
we
offerings
eating
really
this?
like confused me.
Why
I was
are
like,
we eating this? Where is this going? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean? And how are we all on the same accord?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in this room agreed to come here today at this time, no matter what the fuck was going on in their life.
Yeah.
We all go through these different type of things, but on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning, we all woke up and drove to the same place, parked in the same spots, walked upstairs, sat down, and listened to one person speak.
Yeah.
Why did we do that?
For a sense of community.
Yeah, but like,
sense of community and bonding over.
So
one
what does
thing.
community mean to you?
Community is something you can, just like have real relationships with, something you can tie yourself to. Because when you lack identity, when you don't know who you are, you go to a group because the group knows. It's perceived that way, that the group knows what they are. So if a person, like, let's say Greek life, for example, okay? A lot of people come to college, they don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
They looking for that path. So they go like clubs, go to Greek life. Go to Greek life, you start like pledging and all that. Like you get into this group and now you're associated with this frat or this sorority. Now you're like a sister or brother. And a lot of people crave that community because it's a label now that now they are something. I'm a brother of whatever house. Like it's just something to tie yourself down. That anchor.
Right. Now you say that. What happens when that community is stripped from you?
Lost.
Exactly.
Lost.
So is it a, where do I want to go with this? Is it like a big difference between, you having your community, but then also knowing yourself? What steps should we take to know ourselves than just finding a community, tying to it, and hoping it stays together?
Right.
Because what happens when the community leaves?
Exactly.
And then you're left with nothing.
Yeah.
So one big thing that I've been pushing for myself, and I've been writing about a lot, is character development. And it's more so that if you have your own character and you build your character and you work to just build this character inside of you, once everything is gone, that's the one thing that stays
That's what you
with
got
you.
left.
That's all you have
your
left.
judgment, your character.
Yeah, so it's like, instead of taking time out to find the communities that suit us for who we are right now, I feel like that's important. I feel like it should be more work.
Community is important for sure.
Yeah. I feel like it should be more work done trying to understand who we truly are. And once we figure out what we are, not saying that we don't like it, like we hate ourselves, but the parts that you want to tweak them.
Yeah.
You can become whoever you want. You can do whatever you want, but you got to understand, once you become that person, that is who is perceived by everybody else. Nobody knows your inner thoughts, and your inner thoughts are not always on display.
No.
So whatever character you build and portray is what people will know you as. But other people still got to understand that even though you work on this character and you portray it, yes, people are going to see you like this, but they also have to see you through their own lens. So it's
Right.
kind of confusing. It's like,
and you never gonna know what somebody else is going through and how they
Exactly.
perceive you. So you just got to do your own thing.
so
Just do what you like doing.
it becomes a metaphysical part
Yeah.
that overtakes the character part that everybody sees and perceives. And I
Mhm.
call it the aura.
The aura.
You know what I'm saying? So
The aura, like the aura you give off.
yeah, the aura you give off. People that come around, has somebody like ever walked in the building or like in the room or whatever, and you just
Yeah.
sense them. You like,
Yeah, yeah.
damn, I want to
The room,
talk to
like,
that
lit up.
person.
Yeah.
I got to talk to that person. That's the part of ourselves that we can build up, but that comes with credit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say credit, I don't mean it like in the credit score, like in the money, but in a way that you trust yourself
Mm-hmm.
so much to the point that you're confident. And there's no such thing as overconfidence, but it's like you understand.
There's overconfidence.
There's no such thing as overconfidence.
You can be way too ego fueled without having the credit.
But that's ego fueled.
That's overconfidence.
How's that overconfidence though?
Because when you're, let's say you did like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you come from money. Maybe somebody's come from money, and they have nothing to their name, but they just want to flex. They just like, oh, I'm this, this, and this, but like they really have no motives. They're not that smart, and they like, I don't know, just nothing's going on. But like since they have this one thing that they can tie themselves to, they're gonna like boost themselves up, be super confident, be an asshole. You don't
Wait,
think?
isn't that just the ego then?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So not overconfidence.
Okay, so
well,
it's
hold
different?
on. We probably got two different definitions of confidence then.
Maybe.
So
Okay.
confidence is belief in self.
Mhm.
I don't know how you can have too much belief in yourself.
Okay, maybe it's like false belief then.
Yeah, so
Maybe
it'd
it's
be
like trick. Yeah.
maybe like arrogance almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say arrogance.
Okay.
But where was I going with the overconfidence bit?
You can't be too overconfident.
Oh yeah. All right. So you build this credit within yourself. You trust yourself to the point where it's like you know who you are, and even if you don't have all the answers for every situation going on in your life, you understand who you are and how you operate, and where you want to change.
Yeah, if you understand your values, and how you like things and what you don't like, people are gonna be attracted to that. People are gonna associate you with like certain things, and whether it's right or wrong, like people like feed off of that.
Yeah, people follow structure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
People go
And, like,
where they
if
know it's comfort.
Yeah.
People like to follow people who know what they doing, or at least who they think they know what they doing.
Yeah.
So you don't always gotta have all the answers. You just gotta look like you got all the answers, and people
To a
gonna
certain
follow.
degree,
Yeah, people gonna follow, but it's like you gotta understand what to do after those people start following you.
Yeah.
You gotta be in a position where I feel like leadership isn't something that we choose to do. I feel like some people are pushed in positions to where you have to learn how to become a leader.
Yeah.
Cause I'll tie it back to my childhood. I got a little cousin. His name is Henri, right? So we like 2-3 years apart. I got all sisters, so I'm used to being like the only
Oh, really?
dude. Yeah,
I got me too.
that's tough. So I'm used to like, just being the only dude, going hanging out with my friends, this and that.
Yeah.
And I got my little cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like as he started to get older, I guess he started to see me as something to look up to. I thought it was annoying at first, you know what I mean? Because it's like, what do you want?
How old is your little cousin?
He's 16 now.
Oh, okay.
So I was,
You're pretty close.
yeah, probably be about 6. He was probably about 4. You know what I'm saying? He's still figuring out life and stuff and whatever's going on in his life. But it was like, I'm like, bro, what do you want? You know what I'm saying?
Are you jacking my swag?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah, come on, dog. But it took me, like, I used to just be an asshole to him, but it took his older sister to, like, damn near just cuss me the fuck out. I was like, I had to be at least, like, 8. I don't even think I was in the double digits. We were sitting in this park, and he was being annoying again. I was like, bro, chill. And she took me to the side. She was like, Austin. I was like, what? And she like, you need to be a role model. I'm like, I don't want to be a role model. She's like, he looks up to you. I'm like, I didn't ask him to. She's like, it don't matter. You in a position where you got to, like, lead him now. Whether you ask for this or not, he's there.
Yeah.
And the more you push him off, the more his fate later in life was determined by you.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people in our life that are determinants of where we go, even if we don't want them to be or expect them to be. But I feel like humans as a whole are interconnected.
Definitely.
So it's possible to be independent, but how many of our situations and how much of our life is really due to just us?
Not much.
Yeah,
Everything is really influenced. You influenced by everything. But Going back to like the role models thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like growing up, I don't think I really had role models like that.
I get it.
Like it was just like usually my mom. Like my mom's my role model.
There we go.
Like I got 2 older sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was like I was just like the baby brother. But like now I have like nieces and nephews. My niece is 10, and my nephew's 6, 4, and 3. And they look up to me a lot. Like I remember when I had my niece, I was like, dang, I gotta be something. Like I gotta be the
she
uncle.
Can't just, you know what I'm saying? That
Like,
uncle, what are you doing?
Yeah, there's Uncle T. I'm Uncle T.
You the closest to their age though,
Right.
if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. And I just wanted to be like somebody they could look up to because like I didn't really have that, and especially nobody that looked like me because I grew up. I'm mixed, right?
Right.
So it was like my black side, my white side, and it was just like me.
Yeah.
So and they're also mixed. So like I just wanted to be like a person they can be like ask questions, like somebody that like is doing the right thing. That's why I think I locked in with school a lot.
Yeah.
Because of that.
When they came through.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, now that I know you're mixed, from my perspective, I know it can be hard to try to understand your identity when you mix, especially when it's like, this is just for me. I got a mixed cousin, and I think this is how he probably perceived life. If he see this, he'll probably tell me if he did or not. But it was like, you are you, and when you in these communities, at home you see your white parents or whatever, and then when you go out, you see other white people. So you're like, dang, maybe they'll accept me, but then they look at you sideways.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to fit in there.
Yeah.
So when you try to go to the black counterpart, you go over there and they don't accept you either. So I feel like you're in this weird, awkward middle space, does it?
Yeah, like growing up definitely was in that space. Like it was like too black for the white kids, too white for the black. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But like I think that's another like mindset. Like you just need to switch off. Like yeah, people are gonna look at you different, but like so what? Like why would anybody? You know? I remember definitely like there was like one time we went to the store. It was me and my mom. My mom's redhead as well. She's ginger, and like we were just in the store. I was probably like 7 years old, and just like going around, I'm doing kid shit, like just looking at boxes and stuff. And this woman come up to me and was like, "Do you know this woman?" Yeah, that's my mom. Are you sure? Like she thought I was getting kidnapped or something. Yeah. And like my mom comes over, she's like, "What are you doing?" Talking to my son. She was like, "No." She was like being super defensive, like she was in the right. And I was like, "Wow, this is like to me, like." And I never thought before this, like we look different, but like I was like, "That's just my mom."
Yeah,
that's just my mom.
Yeah.
And like after that, I was like, "Damn, like I guess we look different. Like maybe, like yeah, people don't think that, but like yeah, like." It was a weird experience, and then after that, it was just like, I think I like formed a bit more identity after that. Like, yeah, you just gotta find. I don't know, just find your identity wherever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to, I guess we can jump back into the story of growing up and consciousness and stuff, just so we can get back to like a middle spot. I remember getting to preschool and things will happen. I had so many crazy experiences. Like I remember when I ran into a slide and I bust my eye open, and it was crazy, but it was almost like I watched the whole thing go down. Like I was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be something here," because I'm running without looking. So I'm running. I'm like, "Austin, there's something supposed to be up here." And I was like, "What?" And I turned around and I hit like the slide and I fell.
Damn.
And I cried for a minute, but then I realized something. I don't know what like sparked in me. It was like, it doesn't matter. We're going to survive, so it doesn't really hurt. And I just stopped crying.
Just tough through it?
Yeah, and I just got up. It was busted open. So they had to take me into school and stuff. I had to go get stitches, but it was like,
man.
I didn't really cry. I didn't really react to it because it was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's going to pass through. So I always feel like we got this. Do you have like a tiny voice in your head?
Yeah, of course.
That guides you through everything?
Like
some people don't have that.
I know, that's weird, huh? And some people can't see shit in their head. Like
really? Oh,
like,
imagination just ass.
Yeah, like like you'd be like, oh, like picture a slide like right now, and then like they can't do it. Like they like close your eyes, like be like, oh, like a bowl of ramen noodles.
Yeah.
And, like you just can't see it. But like that's weird, bro. And I know some like real smart dudes that like they be like, oh, I don't have an inner monologue. Like it's just like it's silent all the time. And
so how do they remember shit?
I don't know.
Do it just
like,
come out?
Maybe like surely they're still like, you know, conscious, but like it's just maybe not language. Because I mean, we as humans, we just learn language. Like our raw thoughts, our raw intellect isn't communicated in words.
Keep going. I like this. I never thought about it like this.
Because raw humans just think like
Off
food,
instinct?
like instinct, like yo, that's like without even any labels or anything. Like that's just what it was. And then we evolved to be more social animals, and we had to like use words. And words will never like fully describe the human experience.
Right.
We can get real close. We can say the word love, but like we'll never like.
It's not the
really,
same as actually fucking feeling that connection.
Like I
love.
can't describe
it's
that
something
to
that
you.
I feel like love is something that just it vibrates inside of you. It's like a vibration. So yeah, that's crazy. I never really thought about that.
And thing with like going back to like the Neuralink, they're trying to like communicate that way without language, just like communicating like how dolphins do. Like
nigga, what?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Like I don't know too much about this.
Okay.
So I'm not a professional to talk about this. But like like communicating without language, without barriers, just like immediately communicating mind to mind telepathically. If that's capable, would that be useful? Like surely you can get across like super crazy ideas.
Yeah.
The things that you don't have words for, but you can say it like quickly.
But doesn't that rob us of the human experience, you think?
Yeah,
Or
I think
does
that
it
puts us on
elevate it?
I think that puts us on a new playing field. Like surely that'll evolve. I mean, but we also haven't evolved. Like our hardware hasn't done anything in like the last 300,000 years or something like that.
Like what you mean?
Like our brain is the exact same, like
As it was
size.
back then?
Like it's the same. Everything about it is similar to our ancestors. But like the only thing that's different is we've developed culture and society, and now we have like the internet, and we can read and like all that. So
Shit like this. So we really ain't changed.
no, we didn't change because like if a person 300,000 years ago was warped into society today, I mean they would have to like grow up and like be like
Understand what's going
cultured
on.
and like and like be brought into society. They can be thrown in, but like they'll be able to understand. Like it'd be the same thing.
Okay. Now I remember you was talking about the role models and stuff. How do you feel like films played a part in that, or did you watch a lot of movies, listen to a lot of music?
Yeah.
How do you think that type of media really played a part in who you end up becoming today, or who you are starting to become today, and what you hope to become in the future?
For sure. I listened to a lot of music growing up. Like my mom just always played. My mom, she was actually involved in music. I didn't even know this till I opened my studio. That she like sat me down and she told me about all this crazy stuff. That she like also worked at a studio and was like working with Earth, Wind, and Fire and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, like who are you right now? But yeah, my mom was like music oriented. Like listened to a lot of '90s R&B, like a lot of like Mary J. Blige, Michael Jackson, Prince. Listened to a lot of that, but also like some rock music. She really put me on to like Guns N' Roses and stuff. Metallica, them like she was like, excuse me, emo. But then like I got into my sisters. They're older. They're like 24. They put me on to like Kanye, Drake, Lil Wayne, and what's her name? Nicki Minaj. Yeah, and so I would listen to a lot of that like all the time. Like it was always in the house. Listen to it on my own time, and I think that like warped my perception of like what I wanted, because I was like, oh, this is cool, I want to do this. And I remember like I started like making music on like a DS. Like I had a DS.
Yeah.
It was like this shitty like beat making thing. I forgot what it was called, but they also had like terrible auto-tune on there, and I would like get on there and like sing and stuff. But I didn't like really take it like try to like take it seriously till like probably like sophomore year of high school. That's when I got into it. But yeah, like I would take characters from like going back to like movies and stuff. I would take characters from movies and like try to be them.
Yeah.
Because like it was like, oh, this dude knows what's going on. Like he has that shit down. It like it could be like, oh, he saved everybody from this situation, or like he be getting bitches and like I need to be like him. So that like media definitely played a big role, as well as like I'm sure it did in a lot of kids' lives, especially now in the 21st century. You can't grow up without media.
It's crazy.
And so yeah, it definitely warped my...
Yeah, dog. I give my perspective, too. I be asking a lot of questions, and I never go in on it for myself. But, like, yeah, I remember when I first got, like, access to the internet.
What age?
Huh?
Like, what age? Like, what do you mean access? Like a phone?
No, like the fucking computer, like the
Oh,
internet,
yeah,
like
yeah,
Google and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had to be at least like
I had a blast, bro.
yeah, I had to be like 7, and it was like
Yeah.
as a kid, my whole shit was like WWE. Cars,
Yes, bro,
music,
WWE,
music,
bro. Me and my
movies.
nigga Jalen, bro, we had all the fucking figure. No, I had the figurines. He had the WWE ring.
Nah,
so we would
man.
like come over, like, bro, it was a crossover
It was
episode, bro.
crazy.
It should be
Me and my
crazy.
cousin Rico, dog, we would be in there, everything. Dude, the family reunion, bro. I remember one time for the family reunion, I forgot where it was at. It had to be close because I think they had to drive. This nigga brought the whole case of the WWE figures. We just sitting in a hotel room just playing with them, dog.
Yes, bro.
So like WWE, cars, like movies like Fast and Furious. I really liked assassin movies, karate shit. Like just being a boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being a boy back then. And I was getting all this media in, and I used to go on YouTube. YouTube used to be my best friend, and I would just watch anything that I get like involved in. I become like not a slave to it, but like I just fall in love with it. Like everything,
You have
anything I
ADHD?
like, I believe so.
Yeah, me
I
too,
never
man.
been like diagnosed with it, but I start to see like symptoms. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, because it'd be like, you find something like a new topic,
Yeah.
and then
I
it's
just
like all
hyper
about
focus
that.
on it, bro.
Yeah.
And I just boom, look up to it, and I fall in love with like everything I do. And I remember just even with sports, I would sit down in the basement for hours. I wouldn't even notice how long I was down there. Like it was like my parents or like my dad would be like, bro, you was just down there like 5 hours straight. And I would just sit there and I would study film.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there
But what
studying
sport?
film.
Football?
Any sport that I like, dog.
I
I'd
had
sit
a
down there.
football phase.
Yeah.
I had a lot of phases. I
Yeah.
had a lot of phases, bro.
I sit down there and watch basketball for however many hours, football, soccer. I watch niggas drive cars. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I just love to absorb information. And then I was like, dang, what's stopping me from taking this information that I get right here and going and playing it out in real life and seeing how it works?
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with recreating what I saw, recreating what I saw. So, yeah, seeing characters in movies, I like take character traits from them, try to implement them, use them as long as I could. If they stayed, they stayed. If they didn't, they didn't. But it was like I just try to, I want to act like this now.
Yeah.
I want to act like that.
Who was like a big actor or a character in a movie that you like took after?
Let me see. Off the top of my head, one of my favorite movies, it was Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, that's a good ass movie.
I didn't try to be Napoleon Dynamite, but just the movie in itself and how everything played out. I don't know what it was about it that hooked me to it. It was just, I was like, that's cool. And just watching him develop as a dude, just as a dude, going from just this nerdy high school dude that didn't really do much to being, I don't know, the man in what he do, just showcasing all his talents, even if he seen as the weird kid.
Yeah.
He never let the shit that he do have an effect on him socially, if that makes sense. He was like,
Because if you weird long enough, you commit to it, you cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say? I was like, weird is the new cool.
It is.
Like, just be yourself. A lot of people out here, they worried about what's going on, being the coolest, being nonchalant, not having emotions, bro. That shit is...
Oh, God, that
that's
shit is
loser
dead.
shit,
I
bro.
had a phase. I was like, I'm going to be nonchalant. I had to become nonchalant.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
dude.
like, bro, that shit not cool, bro. That's like...
Show how you feel, bro.
Yeah, like, be vulnerable, be sensitive. I used to think being sensitive was, like, the worst thing ever.
But what do you mean it's sensitive?
No, I'm saying, like, I don't even know what sensitive mean.
Like what? Like crying? Like crying? Like
that was a big thing, but that was like just being black and like
Yeah.
just being a black boy growing up.
Yeah,
I just
like,
felt
you're not
like
allowed to
crying
cry.
wasn't the shit. But like
Yeah.
being sensitive, like showing that you care about stuff. Like it's kittens on the ground.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm not too hard for no kittens. I want to see them kids, and I get so super
No, that remind me
excited.
of, they be like, I just saw a motherfucking rainbow, nigga. I ain't that motherfucking thugged out.
That's what I'm saying. So like being able to showcase that and being comfortable within myself and showcasing it to the world, that's what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like I've been doing a good job.
No, you have, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, you like the way you just like communicate with people, bro. Like I can see, like I can definitely see, like it makes sense as like you did that shit as a kid, cause like you be like you can talk to anybody. I can feel that for sure. Like, you be like, especially on USC, like it's super like. Okay, I wouldn't say super diverse. It is
in terms
is it a
of like
PWI?
races.
Yeah, but like
diverse in the people that you meet.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, different types of people for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't know, being able to do that is so fun, but it's a gift. No, actually, it's just a gift that you have to use.
Yeah.
And if you put it to waste, you putting so many other people at risk almost. It's like the concept I'm thinking of right now when I say that is like when the teacher be like, if you have a question, ask it, because fucking 100% of the time, at least 70% of the people in the class got the same question.
Yeah, showing like asking the question is a sign of intelligence, because you're gonna sit there and just be ignorant.
Yeah,
you're just gonna be dumb. Like, yo, just like, ask the question. Even if it's stupid, just go ahead.
So being able to be the one that speaks up, almost like the voice, like how Lil Durk call himself the voice, but being the one that gets it out and inspires everybody else. It's always, I don't know, I feel like it's people that just play a big role in what we end up doing. It only take one interaction with somebody or experience the same interaction with somebody that spark some type of change in you. It's been people that like I see do stuff and I be like, you know what, he did that. I know I got my own thoughts, my own feelings. Maybe I should put it on display. Yeah, I see how he walked the talk. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's selfish.
The best thing,
go ahead.
The best thing you can offer to the world is yourself. Yeah. And that's just what it is. Like, it don't matter who you are, like your unique perspective, your real raw perspective, like even if you're an asshole, like, if you're an asshole,
be the best asshole.
Be the
in
best
the world.
asshole. You know? Like, don't even try to hide it. Like, and if you're super nice, like, don't let people walk over you. Don't fucking do that. I know so many people, especially girls, they like just super nice people, and they'll just get taken advantage of over and over and over again. And like, you gotta eventually, like, stand up, like, to know your worth, like, know what's going on.
But to stand up, you gotta understand and acknowledge what's going on, and you got to try to find like the pieces of your past that might connect with what the fuck is going on, because oh my god,
it's always patterns. It's always patterns. You can always look back and you can always find like repeated history. Just go back, figure your shit out.
I was writing something yesterday. I was writing it down and I typed something that said we can, what did I say? I said something like, oh my God, we can alter our past, we can choose our future, and we can dominate the present moment. Yeah, that shit was deep. I forgot what I was writing about. But yeah, I wrote that, bro. And I was like, I'm thinking like,
trademark that.
I damn near need to. But it was like, how did I say it? I said it like, oh my God. People probably sitting on the edge of their seat listening to this, waiting on the next part. But it was something like, our brain doesn't have a filter. So your brain doesn't know what is good, what is bad.
I don't know. I think people can be conditioned to have a filter.
Wait, no. I'm saying, like, just brain. Like, the primary job of the brain is to make you happy. So whatever you feed your brain is what is gonna put out into the real world. None of us have like elephant's memory. It might be somebody with a mutation, but other than that, a mutation in their brain that they can remember everything or have super photographic memory.
Photographic memory. Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's a superpower.
But hold on, I gotta get this out.
All right,
so it's like, damn, it's like even if it's parts of your past that you don't necessarily want to like identify with, your brain only remembers the experience. It doesn't really. It has the option to like. It's gonna. What's it called? It's gonna like make shit seem 10 times worse than it was. But you can change how the memory looked just by using your imagination. So if you go back to your past, you be like, dang, this happened. And you be like, wait, I don't really remember that for real. So you could start putting shit inside the pieces, almost like splicing film. Yeah. Like, I can Photoshop an image, and if I clean it up good enough, niggas will think that's the original image. Yeah. And if nobody else can find the original image, how you gonna tell me this fake or not?
That's true.
You can do the same shit to your brain. But you gotta sit down and take the time to write your own story out. Yeah. So you can rewrite your past technically. Even though you experienced it, it's ways you can go back and be like, well, this happened like that. And you can build that feeling up inside of you. But you gotta write it to the point where you believe that shit. Yeah. And you believe it so much, you start to change how you see your future. You know what I'm saying? You can look at two different things the same way. Now, I grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I can be like, oh, I turned out to be a thug because I grew up in the hood. Or I can reshape it. The hood prepared me to get up out the motherfucking trenches and elevate me to be a rich nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still went through the experience, but how I wrote the story is different.
Yeah, you gotta flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta flip the script, change it to like, you know, what you want to be, and then don't focus too much on the past though. Don't focus too much on the past. Don't be like, because then you doing too much. You
don't get stuck there.
Yeah.
Go back there, look at it,
reflect,
change some shit. Yeah, reflect on it. Change what you want to change. Pick out what you want to pick out.
Then plot.
Throw away what you want to throw away, and then plot the future.
Plot,
like,
bro.
write that shit down.
Scheme. Plot.
But don't get stuck planning the future. You gotta be able to live in the present moment. It's all about balance.
It's hard, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's hard to be in the presence, bro, because sometimes, bro, you just be on autopilot. Like I remember, like sometimes it'd be like weeks go by, bro. Weeks go by, and I'm like, what was I doing?
What happened?
Yeah, like I just been like going through the motions, like not really like being there and really enjoying myself, and like you really gotta like just harness the moment. There's so much possibility. Like,
and if you feel like you don't know how to stop your thoughts from rushing and stuff, this is one easy exercise. I just be where your feet are. Dead ass, just take whatever moment you are, and then just focus in your brain on your feet. And it'll suck you out of whatever you in. It'll force you to be right here, right now, wherever you are.
You ever stand outside with no shoes on?
Oh, just grounding?
Yeah.
Bro, this nigga in the lift, like 2 nights ago, he was talking to me about just that. He was like, you need to go outside, put your feet in the ground, and stare directly at the sun. I'm like, what? And he like, trust me, it's gonna make you feel more connected to the earth, more connected to the environment around you.
I don't know about staring at the sun.
I don't know.
That shit hurt.
It seemed crazy. It hurt right now, but I don't know. Shit, I don't want to tell nobody go stare at the sun. They be fucked up. But like, do that at your own. Like, do that at your own risk. But like,
definitely try it out.
Yeah, just grounding and being inside nature, and leaving your phone places.
You know, when people say I'm not a nature person, that confuses me. Because like, what do you mean you're not a nature person? You're a person. You're from nature.
Yeah. Nigga, we was born in nature. All this new man-made shit that's without it, nigga.
It's not real. Go see what's real.
Go outside.
What's real?
Get out the city.
Yeah, the trees.
Stare at the sky. Go stare at a tree.
Go jump in a lake.
Go hug a tree.
Go jump in the lake.
Go find a lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like what I've been doing lately is when I wake up, some days, when it's time to like go to the dining hall or whatever, I leave my phone, all my devices in my room, and I put a book in my pocket. I got a tiny book that fit in my pocket.
Okay.
What's the book called? 101 Ways Success. Something. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
But I just put that in my pocket, and then every time I go to reach for my phone, it's a book there. I pull it out, and I mean you're gonna be bored anyway, so start reading the book. But I just find places on campus to just sit down and read a book.
I got a place on campus. There's a big ass tree. I just sit under the tree and just be under there.
And just be there. But like,
oh, but I did just get that. What's it called?
What?
The hammock. I just got a hammock.
Oh yeah. You about to be so connected to nature.
My mom's just bought me a hammock for my birthday.
That's hard.
So I'm finna go use that.
Yeah.
Right after this, I'm finna go outside because there's a nice like on campus. There's like a little like. It's like a whole section of trees that are like perfectly measured for the hammock.
Oh yeah, the little hammock spot.
Yeah, the hammock hill.
That's crazy. Hammock hill.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was called that.
Yo.
I hammock hilled a couple times.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It's great.
I done fell
Invite
asleep
your friends
at the
out there.
hammock hill.
Get a little picnic.
Yeah, put some headphones in.
Yup.
Get you a little book. Read a few pages.
Say, I keep a check. You'll be in there feeling like Spider-Man, bro.
Type shit. But like, I don't know, man. Just the overall message of, I guess, what we was talking about is like, fall in love with your childhood, I guess. I don't know. Fall in love with what you had, and then if you didn't like some parts, just change them.
I think I don't even answer the question. I think you asked like if your kid self could look at you now, like how would it feel?
If you could,
he would think I'm so cool, bro. He'd be like, damn, bro, you like did everything you wanted to do, like that, like he did, man. Changed a lot. You changed a lot. But like, I always wanted to go to college. I always wanted to make my mom proud, get a scholarship, go to college, and open businesses and stuff. And I've done all that. And me, like middle school, me would be super proud because I used to just be like a gamer. I used to be a gamer, but I had these dreams of like doing all this other type of stuff, but I just didn't act on them at the time. But yeah, I think he would think you'd be proud.
Yeah, and even to answer the question myself, I think I try to portray myself as the big brother I never really had.
Yeah.
And I feel like looking back at
That's good.
the little kid I was and knowing where I wanted to go and all these dreams and aspirations and just seeing myself get it off the ground right now. Like, just everything is coming. Like, when I was a kid, I'm tied back to Los Angeles, but I never went when I was a kid, but I always want to go. Can we go to California? Can we go to California?
Mm-hmm.
I live here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even that in itself, just living here, myself would be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We stay in California.
On God.
That's all we need. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I win with just that. But I feel like life is just a long time journey, a lifelong process of just healing that inner child.
Yeah. It's never going to be completely.
Yeah.
You know, just step by step. Do what you can.
Just like, I don't know, just do shit that you want to do as a kid. Yeah. Don't forget about shit that you want to do as a kid.
Yeah, don't.
If you want to skydive when you was a kid, I mean, you probably rethought your life and stuff like that. But like, even if you feel like that's just something you want to do,
you know what? I said that. I said I was going to skydive when I turned 18, and now I'm finna be 19.
Now you gotta go do it. You gotta go skydive.
Nigga, you want to skydive?
Fuck it, let's do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, we're going skydiving.
All right, we gotta get. How much you think that is? Like probably like $300.
Nah, bro, we can look that up right after, bro. I want to go skydiving so bad.
What about bungee jumping? Would you do that?
Yeah.
You would do that?
I want to do it too.
I don't know.
It seemed crazy. If we was over like a body of water without rocks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it over water. Like, even though, like, if you hit water at that height, you still be fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I want to try.
I kind of want to touch the water. Like, you, like, dip your head in. Oh, man.
Bro. Yeah.
I'll do that.
That seems fun. Just
You ever go to, like, cataracts? Like, there's this place in Indiana, and you could go, and it would be, like, this high, like, rock. Mm-hmm. And you like jump into this lake.
Oh, that seems so fun. I gotta go do it.
Yeah.
I want to go do it.
Yeah. It's fire.
That's type shit I like to do. I want to go explore. I want to get more into nature, and that's what I find myself manifesting and dreaming for more and putting in front of me is just nature. I want to go sit in it. I want to go be in it. I want to go be with it. Yeah. I love it.
Yo, join Woodlands, bro. You heard about them? Mm-mm. It's this Black nature group. We be going out like to the beach or to the we went climbing
type
one
shit.
Day. That was only 2 times I went, but but they be going like on hikes and shit.
All right, bet we go check that out.
Yeah.
But damn, it's been an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. So, let me give my final message.
Go ahead.
Heal your inner child and figure out the best way to fill the time between.
Tight shit. All right. Thank y'all for listening. I love you all.